In today's video, we are detailing this beautiful brand new Audi e-tron Quattro. It's the SUV version. Now it's in for our new car prep and we're going to be applying a 2-year ceramic coating. But in this video, I also want to talk about compounds and polishes. What are the best compounds and polishes you can use in your detailing business? So as we go through this process, we'll talk about that. So if you have questions about our pre-wash, check out the other videos that I will put up in the card. We explain the reasons why we go through these methods. And these methods are kind of specific to our detailing business. These methods don't work for everyone, I guess, but those who have actually tried it have great success with it. So try it for yourself first or adapt it to your own way of detailing. There are some methods that some people use and it doesn't really work for them. No problem. Switch it up and adapt things to kind of fit your own style and your own methods. Jessica, the detailer. Wow.
There's still enough to do another whole car.
Whoa, that's the Apex soap. That stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
I think I put like 2 ounces in there, maybe 3. That produced crazy foam.
Oh, there it is. Wow, so smooth.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice, nice, nice. I feel the teeniest amount of grit in some areas, but not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know. I don't really? You think it's smaller? Interesting. Maybe. Maybe it's a little, yeah, it does seem a little lower. This is more like sporty feeling. I'm gonna spray some iron decon in the back too. Yeah. No, it's a hello. Yeah. Yeah, I think I overdid it. I don't think I need to put that much.
These wheels are huge, right?
Yeah, they're
Oversized.
They're nice. No. Yeah. There's no wind. It's wind makes all the difference. No. Wait, let me listen. Oh yeah! It's the tire cleaning bird. No, I'm focusing more on the polishing explanations. The smooth move. It's on the near the red bucket up there from Shine Supply. You see any reaction yet? Exactly. Oh my God, nothing is happening. Waiting. 4 hours later. It might. It all depends on the chemical. I doubt it though. Doubt we're gonna see. Yep. That's what I figured.
What a waste of chemical.
Exactly. Let's spray it over the entire vehicle just because. That sounds like a good plan.
It's good for the environment too.
Uh-huh. So a tip for my professional detailers, you saw us use an iron decon on the back area here of the vehicle. That's going to be the worst. If nothing is reacting on that, we don't proceed to use the chemical over the entire vehicle. That is our procedure, that's our call. It's wasting chemical if you simply use it arbitrarily. It doesn't make sense. It's according to your services, the way that you detail, it's not a big deal. If there's no iron to remove, don't worry about trying to remove it with a chemical. You're just wasting product. As long as the paint is clean and smooth, that is what makes the difference when it comes to polishing and then any type of protection that you apply to it later on. So washing and deconning is now done. Let's take a look at the paint and let's talk about compounds and polishes. What are the best, if there is such a thing? Now this is a brand new e-tron and it's silver, which is great. That usually means that paint defects are not going to be as noticeable. It doesn't mean that they're not there. It's just less noticeable. You may drive yourself crazy if you're trying to reach 100% perfection on silver paint or white paint. You need lots of lights and you really need to look closely. But you know, in this case, as a detailing business, when you're polishing a vehicle like this or taking care of a vehicle like this, of course you want to communicate with the customer. What are their expectations? What do they want? It's not about what you want as the detailer or what the viewers want here on YouTube. It is about the customer. The customer wants protection. They're not worried about making this a show car. This is a daily driver. It's great that it is a lighter color like this because you're not going to be killing yourself over worrying about swirls because you're not going to see it as much. Again, doesn't mean they're not there. It just means it's not as noticeable, and that's a good thing. Now, what about compounds and polishes? There are so many in the market. How do you choose? Well, the great thing about compounds and polishes is that there is such a variety, and really it comes down to personal choice. There is no best compound or polish out there. It's not a thing. It all is according to what you like and what the vehicle needs as well. So for this service, this is a paint enhancement. It's our new car prep. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're trying to go nuts here, making the paint look perfect. The paint enhancement is designed to improve the paint, 50% or more of the swirls removed. But in this case, it's a brand new vehicle. It's silver. We're going to look around the vehicle and inspect it and see if there's any areas that need that extra polishing step. But if not, what we're going to do is use the Meguiar's. Nope. What we're going to do is use the Dr. Beasley's NSP polishes. These are primer polishes. They come in 3 different grades, a ultra fine, a fine to medium, and then a compound. And all of them are primer based, which means you can use them, wipe them off, and then coat right over them with no panel wipe. And I know it's still kind of controversial. A lot of detailers just don't want to take that leap. They want to use a panel wipe before they apply a coating because that's been the norm for so long. But technology is changing, and Dr. Beasley's is one of those companies that likes to kind of lead in that industry and create some products that make things so much easier. This product is awesome because you don't need to use a ton of it. A pea-sized drop per pad, per panel is all you need. No priming of the pads, that's unnecessary. This technology is completely different and it works incredibly well. We've been using them for almost 2 years now, and we're seeing incredible results on the vehicles. They're coming back and the coatings are bonding better and we're not seeing any dead spots. The coatings are just looking incredible. As opposed to one of the vehicles that we actually just use a panel wipe, and when it came back, it was not performing as well as the other vehicles that we used this on. So already we're seeing a big difference. Now, what about all of these polishes and compounds that we have here? Why not choose one of these? Are any of these better than the other? Well, no, not really. What I would suggest is start with something simple that's easy to get your hands on and that can do multiple things. For instance, the Hybrid Solutions One and Done Compound. This stuff is formulated as a compound, and it can be used as a medium to fine polish depending on the pad. This is pad dependent, which means it's according to the pad that you choose. The pads have various aggression levels as well. And according to each company, they're gonna have different colors, you know, that are coarse. This blue one here is pretty coarse. This one's pretty coarse. This one here is kind of a medium coarse, even though it's an orange. So what you have to do is do your research and figure out which pad, which company you're going to go with, and then look at their different aggression levels with their pads and go from there. Microfibers and wools are going to be your most aggressive. So these are for heavy, heavy compounding. So we removed the plate, and we were trying to remove this base plate, removing those two screws there, and found out that it is stuck onto the rear hatch, so most likely double stick tape. I am not going to attempt to remove that. No, no, no. That means having to remove all the residue, get new double stick tape, and reattach it. That is not my job. I am not going to do that. So we're going to work around this, because that plate is not going to come off most likely for the lifetime of the vehicle. So there's no need to do that. Plus, if you polish and coat under there and then you try to use double stick tape on the coating, it is not going to stick and you're going to end up with problems. So no thanks, we're not going to do that. We're going to work around this because it is glued on. If you want to risk it and take it off, that's up to you, but this is not a rule, my fellow detailers. When you come across things like this that you can't remove, then don't do it. Even if the customer wants you to do it, tell them about the risks, that it may not be worth it. And when you coat under things like that, things are not going to stick to it as well. So in this case, we're not going to remove that base plate. We're going to work around it.
So to wrap it up, what are the best polishes or compounds you can use? Well, the answer is simple. There are no polishes that are the best. Each have a purpose, and it all comes down to personal choice. Some detailers have their favorites. Each detailer may claim that one brand is better than the other. All of that is subjective. True, there may be certain polishes that can perform better than others in different situations, but that's only because different paints can react in different ways. There are so many variables that come into play here. So if you're searching for the best, well, you just have to test out what you like and don't just fall back on what others tell you. I know that may be hard to hear, and maybe you wanted me to rattle off a bunch of brands and products that other detailers are using just to appease the dull-minded. But that's not what you want, right? So I'm not going to do that. The point is, with detailing, there are so many different products and methods and variables, and if you're a beginner detailer, it can be daunting. You have to start somewhere, so try things out for yourself. Watch lots of videos and other detailers and learn from all of them. You will eventually dial in your own process with products and techniques that work best for you.